Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Gemini, thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. Cleaning the deck while I... Oh, look, it's split on 3 again. This deck likes to split in 3. So we have our Fool, the child, so very hopeful and looking for that happiness. And then the 9 of chairs, so the 9 of cups with the 10 of wands, celebration and having been doing all the work, you're going to celebrate. And then the 2 of candles, or the 2 of wands with the knight of wands. So there's that 3 of wands coming together with these two. It's a new beginning, new ideas. You're changing plans that may have already been made. Working through the winter months, planning your future. And you're looking very positive. You have a positive outlook because it's a lot of passion there with those wands, and even with the 10 of wands, you've done the work, or at least you know you've done the work, and you're probably still doing the work, Gemini. Just gonna give one more shuffle. I'm still using that Yuletide Tarot along with the Seasons of the Witch. You have a jumper again, the 2 of candles with the 2 of cups. So committed to your plans and very enthusiastic because you are taking steps. You are working out plans on paper and you know exactly what you want. Again, making choices. You have an idea, you've set it down, and now you're waiting for it to take form. Again, the split here with this Sinterklaas. So that understanding what commitment is what is going to put you into that role of leader, where you get to stand in your integrity and have all the doors open up for you, Gemini. It's going to be quite a prosperous year for you. That is quite clear with these cards showing themselves for February. Alright, so we'll do one more cut. I'm using a 5-card spread. It is the same spread I used for the January read. And I start with the past, so anywhere far back as you want to go, all that shuffling, and we came right back to the page of gifts. So again, plans that you've made from the past, you've been planning, you've had ideas on hold that you couldn't execute, or you were waiting for the right time to execute. Either way, you have something down on paper that you want to see come to fruition. For the first part of February, it says here we have the Chariot, so things are going to change. Again, where you couldn't do before, you're going to be able to do now. We saw that in the shuffle and when the deck split. So it's paying off what you've done in the past, all the preparation, all the prep work that you've done. It's either going to change or it's going to create change, depending on your situation. And that's at the beginning of the month. Toward the middle of the month is celebration. You're going to celebrate good times. You have good news coming your way, and you want to share that, or you want to go out and meet and greet, or you want to have a party at home. I mean, either way, you're meeting with family, friends, people you care about, people who care about you toward the middle of the month. And again, the Emperor comes back from where we were at the beginning with the shuffle, taking that leadership role. expressing your desire for and making those plans known. It's probably why you're meeting with people, and then you're taking the steps forward to make those plans concrete and actually develop, to have a new beginning toward the end of the month. So Gemini, it's really looking positive here for you. You have opportunities coming up to the end of the month. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of gifts. So being satisfied with work that you've done in the past, you get to relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Again, this is where you're celebrating it toward the middle of the month, and then you're starting up something new at the end of the month, because either you are doing it or you're getting in touch with someone who will be taking on that role of leadership with you, or getting business started up for you, where you might be just sitting at home and having someone else do all the work that you've prepared. Then we have the King of Kings. So again, it's swords with earth and air and earth. So maybe you have air and earth in your chart, or you're dealing with air signs, or you're dealing with earth signs, depending on how strong earth is in your chart. But it is decisiveness here, knowing what you want and setting out, being in control and having that leadership, whereas you may be telling or guiding what's to be done and someone else is acting it out, if you see what I mean, where you are the boss. Then we have some change going on here. So being that it could be who you're dealing with, they are going to see things differently. They're going to make changes accordingly because you are in control. There is decisiveness. Again, it's showing here with 3 swords, where some kind of reconciliation is going to take shape and form. Could be where you have that gathering where someone that you want to come back to, or you want to reconcile with, or may want to reconcile with you. They may be coming forward, but it's going to be perfectly timed. So either you're going to be invited out, or you're going to invite them out. Then we have the Page of Candles. So again, it is a proposition that is going to be made, or proposal is going to be shared. It's going to be voiced, rather. So you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to choose, and in making that choice, again, things are going to change, and this may come around by the beginning of the month, where you may be approached, or you may want to approach someone. Here we have the Queen of Good Cheer with the Knight of Gifts. So again, we're going back to that water and earth. So it could be a romantic relationship that may be starting up, or it could just be for business. I mean, it really depends on your circumstance. But showing up here would be the 2 of Cups, and there is a commitment. We did see the commitment card earlier, and that tells us that there is romance in the air, where changes are concerned, where leadership is concerned, and overall making new plans, changing plans, and having a proposal brought up either to you or by you. Then we have this Temperance card showing up with the Knight. So it really does give us that indication that there is a relationship that is healing or may heal. And again, an offer that someone needs a little courage to bring forward. And here we have another King of Cups. So either the King of Cups is humbling himself, or the Knight of Cups is finding the courage to bring forth that proposal. Either way, it doesn't have to be a water sign. It could be you, Gemini, that's looking for that extra oomph to approach someone and take on that leadership, or you're waiting for someone to come to you. not necessarily waiting, but you would be receiving the offer. In other words, if you meet up with certain individuals at a party, or if you have a party yourself and you invite certain individuals who then take advantage of the moment to propose. So let's see what the Chariot is trying to tell us here. We have change coming around because a little bored. Winter is a little blah, and you want to see some happiness, and you want to have a little happiness, but you will get, because certain changes, again, plans that have been set aside are now coming into fruition, or things are turning in a way where you can step forward and make changes. And again, it's not just easily said, okay, I want to change, like you want to change the drapes. This is deep-seated change here. This is difficult. This is something that has been in the works for quite some time, and being able to accept things is the first step in making change happen. And once we accept and we know that certain things can and cannot be changed, that's when real joy comes around. So maybe it's the timing, and then the deck split onto the Fool. So it shows here that you're taking initiative to make change come into your life by accepting whatever it is that you feel is not acceptable. You're changing your mind, you're changing your beliefs, you're seeing things from a different angle and becoming more responsible. Again, reflecting here in the end of the month, the changes that you've made from within is where certain plans that you've had either didn't come in, or you put them on hold simply because the timing, it was in the timing. And now the timing is right for that change to take place, and you are accepting things in a certain light so that happiness can come through. Then we go to the middle of the deck, or the middle of the month. Oh, we've got two cards come out at the same time, and we have the Queen of Gifts. So the Queen of Pentacles would be reflecting in here with the Three of Swords. So this is where there's a reconciliation. Someone is either you're having someone come home, or you are going to someone's home, or it is family gathering at home where family members are reconciling, or people you call family if it's not the bloodline, but it is to deal with who is very close to you. So it could be for mothers. Your mother it could be your mother. It could be your daughter. It could be someone who is very close to you. And I see on the feminine side, they want to come home, or you want them to come home. And that could be for someone specific, or it could just be family in general, where you come together and there's a reconciliation during the middle of the month. But it is for a reason. It is for a change of heart, changing of the mind. There's a lot of things that needed to be accepted, and this is where the door opens up for that relationship, which was very close, may have become distant. Well, now it's going to come back close again. Something to look forward to, Gemini. Mother and daughter reconciling is what it looks like. Then we have the King of Gifts. So Queen of Gifts, King of Gifts. So for others, it is reconciliation with lovers, or husband and wife. Could be very close, and in that respect, where you've been away from each other for quite some time. Could be for whatever reason, whatever the plans were to come together didn't happen, and now it is coming together toward the middle of the month. Someone is taking responsibility and really standing up and owning up, and not just taking responsibility, but acting on the responsibility. And here we have the Two of Candles come right back again. it's incredible. It did the whole tour and we came right back with the Emperor. So again, changing plans, moving on, making things work in a positive light. It is very, very passionate, very creating that sense of stability that we see here. We have another tree here, we have another one here, we have another one here. So it is creating that sense of stability and having it out, having a good discussion, having a real conversation, not just sugarcoating situations because of the season, but really taking steps to make change and make it work. It is about work, in fact. It is where what you love to do is brought to the table. You have that discussion on what you want to do or what they want to do. But it does touch on the passion. So it could be on a romantic level as well, seeing that it is the king and the queen, or it could just be for business, or both, because it's an offer. It is a new beginning, and we're wanting to build on that. Could be that someone's taking responsibility for parenting or wanting to become a parent. And we have the choices are being made. Again, we're discussing, we're making an offer, we're choosing to make that offer toward the end of the month. And they have a plan, come right back to the plan, a strategy to set things off for March. Again, they're going to do whatever it takes. They're not giving up. Whoever it is, whether it is you or someone else, they're not giving up. They want to have a relationship. They want to reconcile. They want a new beginning. They want to have that home with you. Someone's not letting up, but again, we'll have to go further. We'll have to see March to really dig into why this is coming toward the end. But this is a strategy, and it could just be the discussion that you're having with make new plans. For others, it could be someone is looking to take control. Again, with Gemini, there's a lot of drama attached, so I wouldn't be surprised if you have doubts, because here is where it's uncertain if you should or shouldn't, but then you will think about it, because that's the discussion you're having here toward the end of the month. And again, it is not to cast doubt, but honesty is everything. And here we have 7 with the 1 make 8, and it's again changing perspective. It is being stubborn, wanting things my way. That's what you may have to deal with here. That's probably what set things apart, where you had to separate or now wanting to come back. Either way, all of that is going to be discussed, and you're going to see your way clear on what you want, and you will definitely see change come about. And if there's hesitation, and that is still to be worked out, but that will come at the end of the month. For now, the best part of the month is where you will celebrate a reconciliation. You will see some joy, if it is that you've been waiting and hoping, because that's how we started off the reading, with the Fool, wanting to initiate and hoping for some fun and good times to come. Accepting things as they are, and then realizing that there is happiness to be had. It's a very straightforward but cliffhanger at the end. Until March, we won't know, but then you will know, because you will see what takes place in the middle of the month and who is being stubborn, if it is you or if it's someone else. But there is love here. There is lots of love here. And I'm happy to report that, Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. What is the Oracle message for Gemini for 2025 February reading? Let's give it a cut. And then I'll choose a random card. Remembering. Well, yes, because we're looking for joy. We're reconciling. We're wanting to come back. Remembering. Oh, how this glimpse, glimmer in the darkest of sights, never forgotten, never still, yet pacing in the mind, in the twilight of the night. Could be for love. Someone loves you, you love them, and you want to get back with them. You're missing them, you're bored without them. It's a perfect match in there. It could be mother and daughter. Had such good times together, they're missing each other. Husband, wife, lovers, you name it. It's your story. You're remembering someone, or someone's remembering you. And then we have the wreath. There in the circle of life there in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. So it could be we're remembering family members that have gone on, and we have to move on now. We have to remember them, remember the joy, remember what we had with them. Could be some of you are in transition of letting go of what is gone and starting up anew, and you're having trouble with that transition, and that's probably where there's a doubt that you can move on. But you can. Again, that's what winter does. It brings us up to what's gone by, and we remember, and most of the time it is painful for sad memories, but there is joy to be had. There is joy. There is joy. And change is going to bring that. And whatever it is you didn't have or missed out on, if you do reconcile, then you can have a second chance with whomever to rekindle that, whatever it is that you feel you were missing out on. It's just going to come differently for whatever reason. You had to be separate. If you're able to come together now, then it is real joy that is coming in. And support. You have that support. If it is that you're doubting on a relationship that may replace a relationship that you were in, whoever it is in respect to the king or queen of gifts, they're there to support. You are there to support. You're both there to support each other. But having a doubt is natural, and it will just take a little time. And if it is that you're remembering what it was like to be alone, then you measure that against what it was to be with someone. That's where you'd make your decision. And being honest will bring in that deep-seated change that needs to occur. And on that note, Gemini, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.